Pacific Brass is the quintet under the U.S. Air Force Band in the Asia Pacific, where professional musicians fulfill community relations and military functions throughout the Western Pacific region. The band is comprised of 5 artists representing the country and the American military musical tradition.
Hello, I'm Master Sergeant Matthew Kirkpatrick, and I'm from the great state of Tennessee, from Nashville, and I play the trumpet.
I recently came from Offutt Air Force Base in Nebraska, and I've only been in the Asian Pacific for about 2 weeks, and I also play the trumpet.
Hi everyone, I am Colby Parker. I come from the Pacific Northwest state of Oregon, but I also lived in the Deep South in Georgia for a long time, and I am our group's tuba player.
Hello, I'm Senior Airman Jordan Miller, and I'm from Colorado, which, if you don't know, is the desert in the United States. So it is very humid here for me, but we're having such a great time. Thank you for having us.
Hello again, everyone. My name is Jared Wood. I am from the great state of Texas, and I can say it is very warm in Texas, but not as hot as it is here. So we are all sweating and ready to jump into a pool.
Pacific Brass gives an average of 200 performances a year for over 125,000 people. In its travel, the band has performed in South Korea, Japan, India, Mongolia, Laos, and etc. Coming to Vietnam, Pacific Brass has performed at the 247th Independence Day celebration of the United States, the Summer Show Concert at the American Center, Hoan Kim Lake Walking Street, Hanoi, Hai Phong, and Hai Dương City. Welcome to Station Vietnam on VTC10, and I'm your host, Thu Giang. In today's talk show, we're going to have an exclusive interview with the United States Air Force Band of the Pacific, who just come to Vietnam to perform on the occasion of the U.S. Independence Day, July 4th. Please welcome to the show, Pacific Brass.
Xin chào Vietnam.
Welcome to Vietnam. Thank you so much for being here. As we know that this is your first time that Pacific Brass has been to Vietnam. So what are your first impressions of our country and our people?
I think even from stepping on the airplane with the cultural presentation of the safety things on the airplane, even that was grabbing. It was part of the culture, really cool stuff. And then finally being here in the country, interacting with the people. They're so kind and inviting and accommodating. It's wonderful. And it's the food too. I mean, the cultural exchange, we're giving some music from us and we're getting to partake of the food and the culture. And I'm actually a composer too. And I started writing a piece of music last night that I plan to give to the people of Vietnam as a gift for the 10-year anniversary of the comprehensive partnership that we're experiencing with the America and Vietnam. So hopefully that'll be done in the next couple of months. We'll be able to come back maybe to perform it.
Coming to Vietnam on the occasion of the U.S. Independence Day, July 4th, what songs will Pacific Brass perform tonight? And what do the songs as well as your appearance here mean to you?
We are playing a pretty wide variety of music, some Disney songs and pop songs and jazz.
And also the Stars and Stripes Forever, which is our traditional song that we play every July 4th, which is a march. And we are also excited to be doing our own version of Come, the folk song. Yes. I very much hope that I am better at playing it than pronouncing it. And we are looking forward to just having a good time, hopefully playing for some families and kids and celebrating this friendship that we have with the two countries.
As we know that Pacific Brass has already given performance across Asia in many countries such as Thailand or Japan or Korea, etc. So what are your thoughts on the role of music in connecting people and strengthening ties among countries?
We have an incredible privilege and honor to be able to represent the United States in all of these different nations across the Pacific. And music is an incredible way of experiencing one another's cultures and building friendships. You know, we may be on one side of the planet and people on another side of the planet, but when we get together, everybody loves to sing, everybody loves to dance. We all love sharing our music with you and experiencing your music. And we're really honored. Tonight we're going to be getting to experience some of your own local performers doing Vietnamese music and dance, and we are so excited to get to hear it firsthand. And we know that these kinds of opportunities are really special moments, and they're only possible because of incredible partners that we have. So we'd really like to express our appreciation to the People's Committee of Hanoi and the Ministry of Culture for helping make these events happen. They're instrumental in putting together tonight's event, and we have 2 more performances in other provinces, so we'd like to thank all the provincial governments involved too.
On the evening of June 30th, the U.S. Embassy in Hanoi coordinated with Vietnam's Ministry of Culture, Sports and Tourism to organize a show by the Pacific Brass Band at Quan Kim Lake Walking Street. The show was part of events to celebrate the 10th anniversary of the Vietnam-U.S. Comprehensive Partnership.
We're really excited by the great nature of our relationship between our two countries, and we hope that we can continue building on it. And a great way to do that is between people exchanges. We love bringing together the people of Vietnam and the people of the United States so that we can understand each other better. A great way to do that is through art exchanges, like we're doing here today with the Pacific Brass Band. Music is a universal language. Vietnamese and Americans, it may not speak the same language, but when they come together around art, around music, they can find commonalities, things they both love, things that they both share, and that really brings our countries closer together, and that's what we really care about here at the U.S. Embassy. So we're really excited to have the Pacific Brass Band here, and we want to continue building those cultural relationships with Vietnam.
The performance of the U.S. Air Force Band of the Pacific attracted a large number of people to Quan Kim Lake Walking Street. Not only traditional military music, their repertoire also delivered a variety of classical, jazz, and pop music. The audience was much impressed when enjoying Trống Cơm performance. At the end of the show, the quintet also communicated and interacted with the Vietnamese audience. Have you ever heard of any Vietnamese songs or known a Vietnamese artist?
Yes, I'm so glad you asked. So, someone who has recently stolen my heart, I've become a very big fan of Miss Teresa Mai. She is fantastic. We actually were able to see her perform live last night, and I'm sure a lot of folks have heard her on recordings and seen her on YouTube. And I will say she is just as incredible here live. Her voice is so powerful and emotional, and she projects such great musicianship. And getting to meet with her and speak with her last night, she's such a delight to even talk with. She's such a warm person, and she's just really captured my love of Vietnamese music.
In addition to being the full-time professional musicians, Pacific Brass members also fulfill the connecting relations, as well as military functions throughout the Western Pacific areas. So could you share more details about this connecting mission?
We have a whole lot of different kinds of music and connection missions that we do, depending on who we're performing for, where we're going. We work with our local embassies and local military installations that we have throughout the entire Pacific, our partnerships in local governments, local military bands. We often collaborate with them. And so we are always looking for opportunities to collaborate with the local government, the local musicians, to try to share a little bit of America with everyone that we're visiting, and also try to bring a little piece of it back with us and share it with our friends and family. And we know for absolutely certain that we are going to have so many incredible stories to share about Vietnam and the wonderful, wonderful time that we've had here, thanks to the incredible partnership, the 10-year collaborative partnership that we have had between our two nations. The comprehensive partnership that we're hoping we can build and make it even stronger in the future.
For the last questions, could you share about the upcoming plans of the Pacific Brass, as well as is Vietnam a destination included in your plans in the near future?
Sure, of course. So we are actually only a very small component of the United States Air Force Band of the Pacific. Our whole unit is comprised of about 25 people. Yeah. We have 5 different musical groups. We have 2 rock bands, a jazz band, a jazz combo, and the groups you see before you, the brass quintet. So we are responsible for covering the entire Pacific region, so we do travel quite a bit. I think our upcoming travel plans keep us quite busy. In the next 6 months, it looks like we're going to be in the Philippines, in India, and doing engagements all throughout Japan, and as well as Singapore. So it's going to be another whirlwind couple of months for us. We don't have any immediate plans to come back to Vietnam, but we hope that our presence here and our concerts here further the relationships that we have, and in the celebration with the 10 years of comprehensive partnerships, we hope to come back and further celebrate and to continue our diplomatic ties with Vietnam.
Yes, we know that you're going to have another performance in Phỏng, in another cities in Vietnam. So we wish you all the best in your upcoming shows in Vietnam, and we hope to see you again returning to Vietnam and bring more great performance to the Vietnamese audience in the near future.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. The special performance of Pacific Brass will end Station Vietnam Talk Show today. Thank you so much for watching, and hope to see you next time. Goodbye.